some breaking news, or rather Republic exclusive, that we are picking up. These are details of the call records of key accused Swapna Suresh in the gold smuggling case. We have exclusive documents that show how Suresh was in direct contact with UAE consulate in charge, who has now reportedly fled India.
On this matter, we have seen the media reports, and what I can say at this point is that we are in touch with the UAE authorities, and we are in touch with them regarding the investigation in this matter. On this matter, we have seen the media reports, and what I can say at this point is that we are in touch with the UAE authorities, and we are in touch with them regarding the investigation in this matter.
Sandeep Warrier, who's a BJP spokesperson, is joining us live on the broadcast. Sandeep, firstly, your reaction over the kind of developments that are now taking place, especially with the kind of details that have emerged over how Swapna Suresh was in direct contact with the UAE consulate, and details emerging of how she may have fled.
See, right now the investigation is going on, and the investigation has reached the CMO's office doorstep. The media reports about the attaché going to the UAE, the MEA has already clarified that they are in touch with the UAE. UAE has also an investigation on this regard. There is no case against the UAE attaché. There is nothing preventing him from traveling from India to UAE. And he enjoys immunity also. So at present, the government cannot stop the UAE attaché from traveling from India to UAE. That's the reality. The issue is that CPM wants to divert this issue. CPM wants to divert this issue from CMO office to UAE consulate. The real issue is that CMO office is involved in this gold scam. They supported these gold smugglers. The Chief Minister's Principal Secretary has been questioned by the NIA and Customs for long 12 hours, and still he is protected by the Chief Minister. It is very shameful for Kerala that the first time Chief Minister's office in the country is under scanner for terrorism charges. So Pinarayi Vijayan should actually suspend his Principal Secretary right now, because he has violated all the service rules, and there is no, he should not give any time for his Principal Secretary to continue in office. Still, he enjoys the government protection. He has just been asked for a leave only. The Chief Minister should immediately sack him, and the CMO office should come clean. We strongly believe that CMO has an agenda. The CPM leadership is involved in this gold scam from long before. CPM has a tie-up with gold smugglers. In 2014, an accused in gold smuggling, Mr. Mohammed Fayaz, went to the Kozhikode prison and met CPM leaders who were in jail for the TP Chandrasekhar murder. And later, when the CPM State Secretary Koderi Balakrishnan, he was on a party program, he used a car of a gold smuggler, which was a big issue in Kerala. And later CPM said some mistake has been happened. So the relation between gold smugglers and CPM leaders is visible. They should come clean. The CMO should come clean. We strongly believe that the Chief Minister is fear. The Chief Minister is scared of his Principal Secretary. They have to hide. They are hiding
Mr.
something.
Warrior. Mr. Warrior.
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Warrior. Mr. Warrior, stay with me. I also have, very senior leader, one of India's most respected parliamentarians, Mr. N.K. Premchandran of the Revolutionary Socialist Party, or RSP. Mr. Premchandran, appreciate you joining us here on Republic TV. I think we lost the line with Mr. Premchandran there, but there are some details that I'd like to put I'd like to bring to the fore. Suesha and Mr. Warrior, I want you to listen to this as well. There are call details emerging this evening, and Republic TV has some of those call details that we've put out, showing how many times the main accused in this case, both Swapna Suresh and Sarit Nair, contacted the UAE attaché. the UAE attaché spoke to Sarit Nair and Swapna Suresh. Now the call details are with us. And you also have details of a sitting minister in Kerala. I want to put that question to Mr. N.K. Premchandran. He's a parliamentarian. He's from the RSP, a very highly respected parliamentarian. He knows his facts. Mr. Premchandran, I don't think anybody in their right mind can defend what's going on in Kerala. When you look at the kind of breach of protocols also that has taken place, a minister dealing with a UAE attaché, there are so many violations, one after the other. Mr. Premchandran, how are you looking at this story this evening?
Yes, thank you very much, but I couldn't see, but still I can very well hear. Now it's okay. I fully appreciate the view already expressed by my learned friend on the other side, but the main point is two very interesting facts. Number one is the talks or the conversation between the attaché and the Swapna Suresh, the prime accused in this case, and also Mr. Sarit. And another very interesting fact is that one minister, he is the higher education minister of Kerala, is having regular contact. He has made nine calls during the month of June. That is the period by which the smuggling took place. And these two incidents are very interesting. Out of this, the first one is regarding the contact of the smuggling culprits with the attaches. Is really astonishing, and it is quite interesting to note today that he has already left the country. According to my information, if you want to probe an attaché or a diplomat, you have to get the required sanction from the concerned country, especially the United Arab Emirates. But as far as this issue is concerned, we have to do nothing. But unfortunately, the state government is trying to make up a picture that government in collusion with the culprits. They are giving permission for the culprit or the concerned attaché to go abroad. It is not at all a good case for arguing in such a way. But the other interesting case, we have to be very careful that the minister of a particular state, there is very diplomatic protocol is there, and the handbook protocol of our country very specifically state that the state governments and its officials shall not make any contact with the consulate or the embassy or the foreign missions in the country. That is chapter 18B of the protocol, handbook protocol. It is very specific. And 19C is very specific. That is chapter 19, clause C is also very specific, in which it says that if you receive any donation, any monetary donation from any foreign mission, then you have to get the permission from the Ministry of External Affairs. And also, it should be in consonance with the provisions of the Foreign Exchange Regulation and Foreign Currency Regulation Act, FCRA also. These two protocol provisions are violated by the Minister of the State. That means he has violated the basic principles of diplomacy and the diplomatic protocol for which he is accountable and he is answerable. As far as the other case is concerned, the attaché leaving the country, the government of India or the External Affairs Ministry can't do anything because there is no case against him. If you want to interact, even if he is in India, even if he is in Kerala, if the National Investigation Team, if they want to investigate, you have to seek the permission. You have to obtain the permission from the United Arab Emirates authorities. So now a big story is breaking in Kerala that he has already gone out. That means it is in collusion with the government. I don't believe that. It is absolutely a false story which is being made out so as to evade from the responsibility of the CM's office, from their responsibility of helping these smugglers in this camp.
Yeah, I think Mr. Ramchandran, you laid out all the facts on the table. Especially the point about protocol, Mr. Ramchandran. I think that is a giveaway. Mr. Jalil can't just get away by saying that he was having a routine conversation with Swapna Suresh. Mr. Premchandran, talking about you spoke about the conversation. Let me tell you that WhatsApp chat that is being discussed, and we also have an excerpt of that, where KT Jalil, the minister, is discussing with the UAE attaché about distributing food kits, etc., which is of course in breach of the protocol that you also mentioned, where they're also discussing how Swapna Suresh will be the go-between the Kerala government and the UAE attaché. Now, if you start joining the dots, Mr. Premchandran, this is turning out to be a much more serious affair. One that also compromises national security.
Yeah, because it's a very serious offense. I can't say an offense, but it is a serious violation of the protocol norms of our diplomacy. And see, very interesting thing you have to understand is all these with thousand kids which were received from the embassy, which were received from the consulate, brought to his constituency and delivered to the people belonging to his party in a party office. That is very strange, because you are supplying the kits which is having the emblem of UAE, which is having the flag of UAE, and that is being delivered under the flag of Communist Party of India, Marxist. How can it be? How can a minister do it? You are receiving some donation or some gift or some food grains under the banner of UAE, under the flag of UAE, and you are delivering it. A minister is taking it and delivering it at a party office under the banner and the flag of Communist Party of India, Marxist Party office, having the pictures of Karl Marx, Lenin, and Engels at their party office. All those emblems are there. That means he is not acting in the capacity of a minister. That is why I am saying he has no moral responsibility to continue the office. He has to resign, taking up the moral responsibility in violating all protocol ethics which are related to the diplomacy, and it is an accepted diplomatic principle by which he has violated, and he has violated the FCRA norms also, Foreign Currency Regulation Act, because it is very specific in Chapter 19C that if you are taking any benefit, whether it is monetary or other way, you have to seek the permission from the Ministry of External Affairs or the Government of India. But unfortunately, nothing is done. Taking it in a careless way, he has taken the gift and distributed in his party office to his party men. It is absolutely against the basic principles or ethics which is related to his ministry. And I said that he has violated his, he has sworn in the nine that he has violated the principle of swearing as a minister also.
Yeah, I think it's a very big charge. Mr. Warrior and Mr. Premchandran, really appreciate you joining us here on Republic TV. And like Mr. Premchandran also said, Mr. Premchandran is from the RSP. Otherwise, anti-right, if I can say that. But he's also questioning. I think nobody can run away from these questions, and the Vijayan government will have to face some of these questions because the charges are very, very serious. The proof is, proof is out there for everyone to see. Mr. Premchandran, Mr. Warrior, appreciate you joining us here on Republic TV. Also debating it at 9 p.m. with Arnab Goswami. Stay tuned. For now, I'm taking a short break.